how many people? Oh, we've got some people on already, which is outstanding. I'm Kurt Sauer. We've got Mog Park and Mel, her manager, right? That Mog is my outstanding alternate cover artist for the launch, which is coming up here now in 54 minutes.
Ooh.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. We are almost in effect here. So,
what are the things what are things behind you? You have it lined up?
Oh yes, these are basically all the books I've published thus far. Black and White issue with Sajjad Shaw, and I know you mentioned you've worked with him in the past. Good guy. I met him in. There's Chris. Chris is on. He's still got to join the thing, and I'll get him on live here. So, but Spectress. This is kind of a one-shot, short black and white story that I did together with Sajjad Shaw. It has kind of an Indiana Jones type flavor to it. Recovering stolen artifacts from ISIS terrorists. And then I pulled this out for the launch. It's an add-on. It's my first, and this cover is also by John. And it's the first color issue I did with Irene Campos and Roberto Dobles. It's kind of like the first color copy I did. I eventually went with a different, changed up the art a little bit and added a few pages to the story. But this is still, kind of near and dear to my heart. It's the first color book, full issue that I've done, really. So these are on there as an add-on.
Was that part of the Kickstarter in the beginning?
No, it wasn't. I should have, just things that I learned from my first launch. I should have offered that in launch number 1, but I didn't think of it. I've got just like one box left of them here at home, so I'm breaking those out and offering those as an add-on. And then we get into the nitty-gritty here. Issue 1, art by Topper Helmers, colors by Wesley Wong, letters by Wes Loker. This is kind of my pride and joy, so to speak.
Yes.
And the start of a big adventure, I hope.
Yeah.
And hey, Steven's on. Thank you, Steven.
Oh yeah, where's the comments?
Steven Prince is on. Yeah, he and I hope he's doing well with his Monster Matador launch, which has been it's a fun comic.
Is Prince really his last name?
You'd have to ask him, I guess.
That's an awesome name. I
don't know if he's related to Diana or not. Could be.
Chris said he can't remember how to join. Let me give him a link. I'll give a link.
I IM'd him a link. Chris, just check your
message.
Your messenger, and the link should be in there. Let's see here. What else? Oh, and then of course, this is Chris's his alt cover for my first Kickstarter. Successful. It was great. Chris did some awesome artwork here. This is Spectress making the leap from her old Egyptian world into the new modern world, which is kind of her goal, kind of the thing that she wants to do. You only sent me the Facebook Live.
Oh, I already sent it to him. Don't worry. Okay. I took care of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris, you got a message from me, so just click on that.
Okay, this is my first one of these. So, so cut me some slack. I'm kind of, losing my virtual virginity here. The first one of these that I've done.
Oh, we gotta soften the pain with some
Yeah,
drink.
yeah. Take it slow with me, please. Take it
Dude,
slow.
get the whiskey or something.
That might be a good idea, especially when I push that button for launch.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna go get a.
Mel and I have this
Oh,
and crystal glasses. So
nice. Very nice.
Close to your launch here. We hope it is very successful for you. We're gonna do all we can to
Hey.
make it successful for you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's you guys have been great, and you've also honestly, you've spurred me a little bit to try different things and reach out a little bit more. I'm not probably as aggressive as I should be, but you guys have been a big help. So definitely, thank you. Okay, I think we've got Chris here. He's looking a little pink, though.
oh, I love the pink. Yeah, Chris. Hot pink today, huh?
Chris, are you there? Can you hear us?
That screwed up. I meant to share my webcam. I gotta redo this.
Okay.
We love the hot pink.
I have to.
We got you. Don't worry. We were just going over the cover you did for me last time, which was awesome to say the least. Then we're going over the booze that we're going to drink in the near future.
Yeah.
Which is very, very important.
What do you like to drink, Kurt?
I like the wheat beers, and I'm also just lately been getting into Scotch. I've got a Scotch called Monkey's Shoulder, which has been turned on to me by a friend. I don't know if she is on here or not. I think she was, but
Scotch.
And so I'm going to sip a little bit of that once we hit the launch button. So how about you? You've got some champagne there. What else? What else you guys into?
It's non-alcohol. It's Martinelli apple cider.
Martinelli
That's all it is.
That's the best.
But, okay, you guys don't drink?
Oh, we drink not as heavy as we used to. I'm in the older age, so I've got to watch it now. But I do drink every so often. Lately I've been drinking this peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter?
Is it whiskey?
Yeah, it's a whiskey. Yeah.
Wow.
That I like. It's not too sweet. Mix it with a little Kahlua. Make it a little more creamier and richer and sweeter that way. But yeah, I like that.
Interesting. I'll have to find that. That sounds good.
Yeah, it used to be hard to find, but it's you can easily find it these days. I've seen it in a couple of grocery stores as well.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Chris, we got you.
At least I got an image. No, I keep a pink Post-it note on the webcam of my computer because it's been hacked twice in the last 3 years, and somehow they would it wasn't me online, but it'd be like when I'm at a convention and it was just showing my room. It was really weird. So I just.
Yeah. That's kind of creepy.
It is a little creepy, but I guess that's what happens when you. Yeah.
I always keep mine. You want to know how paranoid I can be? I keep on my desktop. I keep mine unplugged when I'm not using it, just disconnected from the computer. And on my laptop, I keep a little electrical tape over the little hole.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I debated on just leaving it on that one, and then just be like, "Whoop, a peep show! Here I am!" And then I disappear into pink again. But
really
I realized I didn't have the webcam plugged in, so I'll switch it over. Just give me a second. I'm trying to.
I remember watching on somebody had posted this vid of this guy. He had just left a meeting on Zoom or something, but he left it on, so it kept on streaming live. And the guy had he stood up, right? He had a nice shirt on, but he only had his underwear on. And they were trying to call him and text him and let him know that we can see you.
Yeah, he's just wandering around.
He just kept walking around. He had a small apartment, so there wasn't too much areas that he could get into to hide. But It went on for like 15 minutes or so before he finally picked up the phone. Oh, really? Oh, click.
Yeah, I worry about that kind of stuff. So I disconnect everything. I put tape over the little camera holes on the laptops and things like that. I don't want anyone watching me.
That kind of happened to us, like to me, when I was streaming. And I'm gonna tell you, once it happens, it's fine. You get thick skin.
Jesus. Okay.
So once everybody sees it, it's not a big deal anymore. Okay. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna move my webcam so people can see me because
I'm actually wearing it. Get out, so Chris, you can take the screen. Kurt, you can take us out so Chris can take the entire.
Wait, why are you want here?
Are you going to be drawn, Chris, or what?
No, I was just gonna move the webcam so we all have faces.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I mean, I can show. I mean, for people who are interested later, I could show process because, like, I have the prelims, pencils, inks, all that stuff up here too, in case they wanted to see it. Which I think you should show your original whenever you get a chance to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yes.
But no, I've mostly been working on the computer right now, trying to. Now that I've had sleep, I've caught some things I need to fix on this cover. But not that anyone would know in the web quality, but let's see, unlatch this.
So let's see here. What else were we going over?
What kind of a mess is going on in my office, everyone?
Yeah, what's funny is like this.
All right. Whoa, it's dark.
This area I have here behind me.
Preset change. Night drawing.
Yeah, it's a little dark there. A little.
Well, that would be because it's all a mystery. Okay, I'm working on it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Mog has this crown that she's wearing right here.
Yes.
Well,
beautiful.
Crown.
Unlike you, it's still it's dark time here.
Yeah.
Let me give it a second.
Hey guys, whoever guys watching, please say hi. Let us know you guys are alive. We're super excited. I don't know about Chris, but Kurt and Mog and Mel here, we're like totally virgins in a way where this is our first time actually doing a pre-launch party. I've never done it. And for those who don't know, this guy Kurt, this Kurt, he is the creator of Spectress. And Sabanion. So thanks to him, we get to visualize his concept and dreams. And then with Mog and Chris were just artists. We just visualize it for him. But he is basically the inceptor?
There we go.
The mother, the father.
Well, but that's the beauty of it. I get to think this stuff up and then see the amazing stuff that you guys put together for me. That's that's the most fun. Writing the script is cool and creative, but seeing it all come to life, I mean, that's where the real happiness is, when it all comes together in art.
Right. Let's look at it. Nice.
So that's my favorite part.
I love your closet. Is that your closet?
Talking about what office?
There he is. It's got a little more gray than we saw last.
I'll have to share this because people are like, "What is going on in here?" Because it looks like a No, it's my office. My drawing table's right here.
All right.
Oh, that's a stand now.
And then I have these 4 foot by 7 foot high racks going all the way across. So like that's all paper supplies. Oh, that's my head. Those are, if you go down, that's all comics. But it's all travel supplies and packing supplies and you name it. It's all there.
Yeah, that's been sitting for a while, huh?
Do we?
So it goes all the way down the room. But yeah, I would love it to say, my office is what's there, but maybe if I ever get a house. All right, I look very red. All right, let's fix that.
You look fine. Like I said, though, you might be sporting a little more gray.
I can.
I saw you last time.
Well, I have my pen tablet in front of me because I'm working on your cover right now. So.
Okay, I meant your hair.
Huh?
Never mind.
Hey.
That's part of his boyish charm there. He keeps that
All
young.
right, like I said, I think you're sporting a little more gray than when I saw you last time.
You know what? Yeah, it's quite gray. It's been getting gray. So, like, there we go.
That's all right. I'm getting there too. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what the twin babies do to you.
That's just yeah.
Twin babies.
And twins will do that, and Kickstarters. I'm sporting a few extra gray hairs too. So look at this. We got five people on.
Yeah. At one point, we had 12.
How rocking is that? Yeah. So let me rearrange this stuff here so it looks good. But this launch is going to have quite a bit more. Facebook has approved me for add-ons, which is surprising since this is only my second launch, and it's kind of like a beta feature. It's a new feature, and I think they're trying to pull some of that business back from like Backer Kit and CrowdOx and some of those other Matador launch, which those other like Kickstarter piggyback sites that people use to make a little, to sell more stuff. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how that works out once we get started here. But the feature issue is issue number 2. And this is this cover was done by Topper. It's kind of inspired by an old X-Men cover where it was the X-Men versus Juggernaut. I wonder if I still have it here. It's kind of a cool
famous.
But that's Sabanion on the cover. He's like a fiery whirling demon. Oh yeah, go ahead.
You can kick us out so people can see the product and show more. It's okay.
Yeah, turn it so that it's just you for a bit.
Oh,
there
like so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With
all right.
The product.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier.
So this is the original cover. We're going to see the alternate covers by Mog and Chris, which are amazing. They're outstanding. But this is the original cover. There's 24 interior pages for this one. This one continues the story where the Spectress, her ancient Egyptian name was Anexi. She basically breaks out Sabanion from a prison for supernatural threats called Containment Facility 4. And in this story, the action really picks up. Things get really messy, and it's just a lot more action in this issue. A lot happened in issue 1, but this kind of breaks down all the barriers, and they're trying to make their escape. The catch of it is you can see the guy in the front here. That's Sorensen. He's the head of the Moon Crew, and the Moon Crew is the team of security guards that patrol the hallways of Containment Facility 4 on nights of the full moon. That's when the weird things happen. So the catch is that Anexi, who is the ghost, she kind of has feelings for Sorensen, who's the captain of the guard, basically. So she wants the escape to go down without any violence, but needless to say, the best laid plans don't always work out. So, so that's without spoiling too much, that's this issue. Let me get into a few of the goodies here. Let's see if we can share the desktop. So
yeah.
what and Mog, and Chris, I do want to take a little time too to go over your covers and kind of your thought processes there and those things when it comes to the new covers you guys got to.
Awesome. Is it okay if I screen share when it comes to explaining?
Yeah,
I'll screen share on my side because I have all the files.
definitely.
Okay.
You want to do that now? Are you ready? Or tell me when you want to do it.
Whenever. But I do have a good news for you.
Okay.
I finished the 5 tarot cards.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to show it or not, but
I say yes. Maybe.
I think so. Yeah, because I want to see them myself.
People want to see add-ons. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's show before you buy it kind of a thing. And
so what is your plan? Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. What was you saying? What were you saying?
I'm just saying it's a good teaser for everyone to see what they're about to be able to get. So it's a cool work in progress.
Yeah, the add-ons they're not going to be live right away, but we will drop them. Probably maybe a week into the launch.
Woohoo! So guys, you heard this? If you want those special add-ons, you gotta support Kurt's Hour with his Spectress and Sabanion, because without that, you won't get these teaser things I'm gonna show. So
there we go. All right. Let's see here.
yeah, if you like, I mean, I can go. I guess because we have about 30 minutes before the launch, right?
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and set yourself up then. I don't know how I.
But you know what, Chris, he's a senior. He should go first. I don't know. What do you think? What do you say?
All right, Chris, you wanna? There he is. Now we got him.
Yes. What do you want me to do?
You wanna? Are you ready? If you're not ready, that's fine.
What
discuss your cover?
You go ahead and show what your things with me.
Yeah. You want to talk about your cover
and your process, your pre-tribulation work.
I can do that, and then all right. So whenever I do a cover, I always work on prelims. Prelims are preliminary illustrations that I do for different clients. They range, usually for me, it's about 5 inches by 8 inches tall. In my process and what we worked on, I'll show real quick all of them and then show the final one, what we've decided. So these are things that Kurt and I decide. So on a process, this is the kind of stuff that we show to the client. Oh, there we go. And I'll just go through them pretty quickly, but enough that it is on the screen a little bit. So these are some ideas, just trying to come up with different thoughts on how the angles were for the character. Originally, I didn't want to take the cover, or at least the pieces that I'm showing have nothing to do with the interior of the book, of the action, primarily for the book. It's essence of the character and more of like his origin, and just to show the fierceness of the character, since throughout the book so far we haven't seen the character, and it's his primary premiere basically in this piece. So I wanted to make sure that it was very well driven who the character is, get a good sense of the character, and just kind of have some fun with it.
Wow, I like that one.
Yeah.
There we go. And then finally, the page that we agreed on. So, as you can see on the right side, left side for you guys, that's the one we went with. So from there, I take that, I'll blow that up to the size of 11 by 17.
Oh, that's how you work.
And then I will use a light table and work on the anatomy for the character and just create in this case, you're also going to see some head studies that I did to try to get the final form. This is the final body shape that I went with.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, backwards. And then up in the top corner. What's that side? Which is the basic form I went with on the head. It's a combination of the concept illustrations that I was sent, as well as the preview 0 issue, as well as for Spectres, and then like all the concept of the character and looking at the cover and the interior art. So there's just a combination of trying to come up with the best way for him. Moving on there, I moved into final pencils. Normally, this is way more detailed than I ever do on pencils, but because I was essentially creating the character up close, since it didn't have a real specific shape at the time, I wanted to make sure that I knew for myself what I was drawing. So, especially when I get to the ink stage, but normally I don't do this. If the character's defined, I usually do less detail, but I also wanted to make sure that I knew what I was drawing when I was working. So in this stage, I move on to final ink. And you'll notice that I got rid of the information of the fire because
Very cool.
That looks so crisp.
The final will not be done with line art, and I wanted to make sure the final was actually done with like actual rendering instead of like typical comic art that indicates the fire and stuff like that. And then I guess I could share this. So sorry. I'm going to screen share where I'm at. Hope to God this looks okay.
There we go.
I can't see it all. So here's pretty much 98% finished. Just little minor things I'm catching because I was tired, but for the most part, what I'm going to focus on for you guys is what's hard to see when it's printed. Usually all the detail that goes into the piece. And I pursued this character very much, as you can see the fire in there. It's all hand done with various options and tools. So instead of doing it more of a traditional comic route, I went with the way David Delaney, he normally colors all my work. He's the one that colored the first cover. He had no time to do this, so this is actually fully rendered by me. I colored this piece as well. To give you guys an idea of how detailed I went on this piece, I am going to get rid of all of the lava effects. Let's see if I do this correctly. Process.
Chris, but Terry said the lava is amazing.
Oh, thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. I know that you were a big comment earlier when I posted the cover. I think it's processing. This is a big file. I was, where am I? It's churning. I apologize. It's a big file. It's about a 1.6 gigabyte file. It's a massive file.
Whoa, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a lot.
1.6.
That's a lot of detail.
Flattened art. Like I saved all these layers, and I was planning on prepping it so that I could do like the low res images and go through them real quick, so the computer doesn't process it terribly slow. Unfortunately, with what I'm dealing with right now is I caught some things and I was making changes, but when we went live, I didn't realize what time it was, so I was trying to. It's not good to just try to save it for 20-25 minutes. Let's see, where is that file going? Let's see.
right, that's cool. I know you had said on Facebook.
And you can show her stuff. It's processing. It's taken a while, probably because of the processing speed on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the character without the lava and the fire and the crackling effect. In order to do that, I had to turn off all the layers. So it's slowly churning that file to make sure that it can deselect everything. But there was a point where I wasn't even going to do the fire from within, like crackling of the structure of the character. But every time I kept going back to the interiors of the comic, it was very rock shaped. So I didn't want to lose that as a
Hey, thanks, Val. Yeah, that is pretty intense. That's Sabanion. He's the not the better half of the team in my story, and he's a demon. He's the demons in my story are based on the 7 deadly sins. Everybody's pretty familiar with that, and he's a wrath demon. So it was his job in hell to punish the wrathful. So yeah, he's built to do some damage.
He's actually my favorite character.
You know, that's hard because villains are always so much more fun.
Yeah. No, but I seriously love this guy so much.
Yeah, he's he's gonna be, because that's just it. Just so many people have said that it's the villain that makes your story, and while he's not exactly the villain, he's certainly not a hero either. So he's gonna be causing problems in the future. So
I love it.
Yeah,
hey Robin, hey Val, hello Terry. This is amazing.
Hey,
Thank you so much
good to see you, Robin.
So I know for the audience out there, it's probably seeing as it's processed, you'll see like go back and forth and put in the 2 layers real quick. But that gives you an idea of where I took the character before I did all the crackling effects and all the special effects. And plus, it gives you the full detail of the face that I was trying to design and dimensionalize, especially. But that way, you guys got a nice idea of, if he were to be put out of fire, so to speak, get an idea where he is shaped, what his actual body form was. It's very rock structured. It's, as Kurt described, very much like an obsidian glass kind of approach. So I took it as if it's a moving structure, it's always going to be cracking and breaking and reforming or something. So I went with a little more of a broken approach, just because it's constantly in motion instead of something that I would think would be quite worn. And that kind of is where I went with all of that. That's kind of how I got where I am on the cover, so essentially. But yeah, that's kind of it. Just so that people can see the character a little bit more of what I take. Yeah.
What now? Actually, I remember I saw you mentioning to a friend of mine on Facebook how you kind of checked out some other demons. So what kind of, I don't know, did any particular art pieces inspire you?
I basically in my various old master books or just the knowledge of, I always say, different creatures of different sportsmen related to fantasy and science fiction. I just archive a lot of stuff when I find stuff online. In this particular case, I expanded my search because I didn't really have a lot of reference in my private collection of lava demons, volcanic demons, or demons in general, just with some kind of fear. And those are things that I either sold or looked up in various reference books that I have of demonology and things like that. It just kind of took the essence of what he's, what Kurt told me
about the character and what kind of his power is, and his origin. And I wanted to encompass the origin in a way without telling you exactly. Like, you have to read the book to find out what's going on. But I take this as the beginning, towards the beginning of the character, rather than where we see him initially in the main feature of issue 2, in the events that are unfolded in issue 2. So I kind of look at it like this is his emerging focus of, he's just coming out of hell, basically. And, there was a point of design where I was going to do a portal, and I was going to come up with some kind of a approach to how he's coming out. But ultimately, I just kept going back to the volcano, and it'd be kind of cool if he's, walking out of a hole, which Kurt described as there's a volcano, and his origin is around, the volcano breaks apart, so to speak. It emerges through a cave-like structure. So I just took that feeling and emotion and description and kind of pull that into the piece that I created.
Yeah. Hey, James. Thanks for joining us. Terry, thank you.
James, Val.
Yeah. No. This really is amazing. This really came out really well. And yeah, his origin is being birthed from a volcano in hell. So that's perfect. That's awesome.
So you could take that off screen because I'm trying
to.
That way has enough time to focus on her stuff. Because, like I said, that was me just showing a little bit of the process, and then the demon without all of the special effects, I guess.
Yeah. That's. I know you did a number of flame effects variations for my last cover too.
Yeah. No, that was a I felt like that was a precursor to this cover, especially for those who at least have the cover or have seen the cover on his website or various social media. Notice in the clouds is a very subtle monster shape is in the clouds, coming as a like collage montage. So it was kind of already in my mind that I knew I was going to do something with Horse Fire, but it was my kind of humbling approach to basically reflesh that concept out, because I didn't have a form to begin with. I was just kind of, here's a teaser, something weird's in the sky.
Yeah.
Not good, but I'm actually excited because Kurt did tell me, I don't know how long ago, we talked about it before the issue 1 came out, that we were going to have me do the character, right? I think we talked about it before the issue 1 cover was even completed.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of is a full circle because now, I feel more comfortable knowing what the character looks like, at least in my interpretation, because it's not specified, but this is how I would do it if I had to do them again, and I would use that as my guidebook, basically. So, but yeah, it was a learning experience. I've not colored in 5 years, so that was quite a learning experience to retrain myself to think as a colorist, not just a manipulator of hey, as an art director.
I still think it kicks ass, Chris. So even though you didn't enjoy it and it was a lot of work, but it looks really good. So
I hope for, if anything, as your fans will, and hopefully Mog and my fans, hopefully we all come together and try to make this campaign pretty good for you, because she, as a segue, has put her heart and soul, if not the same, if not more hours than I did in my cover, and she has done, because now she's done a fully painted piece, which I would never do. So I credit her. She sent me the high-res file of it. I've been looking at that all morning. That was crazy how much she put into it. I I would have never done that. I'm not going to deny it. I won't do it. I have no interest. I would have drawn the detail, but I would have not painted anything. I would have been like, all right, well, sorry, Kurt.
But that's so weird because for me, I see you more detailed than me. I can't do every rock like that. So yeah, I see you doing crazier stuff than me.
I think it's style. I mean, you got to understand, I've been using Photoshop since 1994. And so when Photoshop 2.0 came out in the early 90s, I've been using that for a very long time. And so it's always been a photo manipulation tool, but recently more by artists, you know. I don't know why I keep looking down. I'm looking at my tablet screen that I draw on, not you guys up there, and I keep looking. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just seeing the, you know, bottom of my chin and the top of my head.
Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, you guys, I think what you did is remarkable. I don't have time to patience. I frankly don't like coloring.
Yeah, I don't know, Mog, for what, like watching you live, it seemed like it was almost very calming and relaxing for you. Like it's almost something you can just kick back and do and enjoy and
no one would want to watch me color. I think Terry was the longest one on there. She's been on there multiple times. She was like, I was watching the rocks from the beginning, and Mog made a comment on that live stream about the rocks. She's like, wow, you're just like going to town. I'm like, I hate doing this. Like, I'm just scribbling. It's like grabbing a pen and just scribbling it because I'm just sitting there like, it'll come together. Don't worry. I gotta get all the anger out. But yeah, you saw. I was just like, I gotta get into this, and then
Chris, I think you should color all your covers.
I agree. Yeah, from now on, you need to cover everything. You're so good.
We'll see.
Yeah, Kurt, I want you to only hire Chris to.
Right. From now on, Chris, I want you only if you color your own covers. So that's just the way it's going to be.
Then you're going to get snow.
Lots of snow.
No, I don't care what the comic is going to be talking about, but there's going to be snow, and that way I don't have to color anything.
I'll have to do an Arctic issue then or something.
Yeah.
Like
even Robin, she said yes, all the covers.
All the covers, yes.
All.
No. Yeah, no, it's Mark's turn. Take the camera off me. Make Mog go off stuff because
all right.
That way.
Mog, give me the thumbs up, Mog, when you're ready to go. When you want to.
But you know what? In 12 minutes we're going live.
That's true. Oh my God! Look at yeah.
So while I'm showing, like, just stop me anytime, and we can just, I guess, should we just wait until the 12 minutes countdown and then do it?
Are we gonna like break open some booze then?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me.
I don't know.
All
you
right.
Want to get some booze now?
Yeah. Why don't? Can I put you guys on while I go get a glass?
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
I'll put you on.
All right. You're on. I'll be right back. Don't anybody go anywhere.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
All right.
Sorry, we don't have any food this time around, but we will break open a bottle.
Yes.
A fresh glass, a fresh bottle of only the best Martinelli's sparkling cider.
Woo!
Absolutely no alcohol at all, but we still managed to get drunk on it anyway.
Yes. So at least let's open the damn thing. So what about you, Chris? Are you gonna drink something?
I will. I should probably go get some.
Hey, is that your kitty cat?
Well, she's in her little bed that I have underneath here. She's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" I'm like, "Oh, come on with me. My wife's over there handling the kids." All right, yeah, I'll do this. All right, do something.
Okay, so if my speech starts to slur, I'm blaming Mog for the for the encouragement.
I'm so excited. Wait, can we start drinking now?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
We have like a.
We'll have like a pre-toast.
There you go. What's it called? The appetizer? I don't know if they have drinking appetizer. Something like that.
Aperitif.
Aperitif.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, Chris, what are you drinking?
Oh, I think he's gonna get something. Okay, Terry, she's got her soda already. Robin, get a glass of water now.
There we go. There we go.
Robin has that peanut butter whiskey.
No, she's in Virginia now.
Oh, she's in Virginia. Oh man, okay.
Thank you, Jessica. Bottoms up. I agree. We're gonna get Chris on here though.
We're gonna wait for Chris.
He'll come back probably with like a baby bottle or something.
Yeah, baby bottle.
Or a little sippy cup, maybe. So let's see here. Share my desktop.
Robin said, "Free gaming if you're boozy."
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, here's the. Okay, we've got 9 more minutes yet, so we'll.
Don't drink yet.
Almost there. So, what's everybody doing before we launch? What's everyone? Oh, okay, we've got a little.
Some whiskey.
Terry, what are you drinking? What are you drinking with your soda, Terry? A little Jack and Coke or what?
Jack it up, jack it up.
Ka-ching. Toast.
We're on a watch party. Not.
What's everyone doing for Halloween? Anything?
Working.
That's no good. Your cat? Oh no.
Your cat did the coloring.
I saw I get in there while he was coloring.
Mighty colorist. Alien cat. He does all my work.
It's the cheapest labor. You don't pay him.
Well, you pay him in cans of tuna.
Robin's working. Yeah, there's not going to be. It's great that Halloween's on a Saturday this year, but what are you going to do?
We're not doing
I'm not
it.
even sure if we're going to get anybody come to the door.
Yeah, I'll probably still carve a pumpkin and dress up the dogs, but that's about it.
Because of the COVID?
Because of the COVID.
We'll dress up the babies. My wife got them costumes, but that's pretty much all we're doing.
Okay.
It's very boring.
7 minutes to lunch.
So I can't say I don't want to show the brand.
7 minutes.
Wow. That looks legit, man.
Oh, that's Crown Royal.
Dude, you just
Straight up.
Oh my God, you're so badass.
Wait, what? Let me see that again.
My wife and I used to be good drinkers.
Okay, can we see that again? We didn't see the label.
It's Crown Royal. Yeah, it'd be Crown Royal.
I can't say, but I think we can figure out the bottle.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
This is how we
Good stuff. Yeah, it is good stuff.
straight out of the bottle.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Should we really get some alcohol?
Yeah, we did have time to make the decision.
4 minutes, 6 minutes to lunch.
6 minutes. Oh my God.
Chris probably does deserve a little Crown Royal right now.
Oh, yeah.
I have not. How long have I not drank? Probably 3 years.
Cats train their humans. Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
My dogs have me well trained.
I don't really like. Cause she said 5 years since I've probably got really. I
remember reading this caption. They had a picture of a cat. So it said, and it's like the cat is talking, and it's saying, "Let's get this straight. I own you. You may own this house, but I own you."
Well, yes, you don't pay for anything. They make us buy everything they want to play with or eat or whatever, and then you got to keep them alive because otherwise they'll get in trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah, backfires on you.
Very much true. Humans are animal's pet.
My dogs had me very well trained. It was actually funny. Last night, Fritz would not let me put him to bed because he knew I hadn't had dinner yet. I had a late dinner last night. So, oh, there's Magnus. Hey, thanks, Eric. Thank you. I agree. The tarot card is awesome. And we are 4 minutes to launch. Let's see here. My Tomo expects me to work for her. She's supposed to go around hunting things. Yeah, so my dog was smart enough to know not to go to bed until Daddy had dinner, because he always gets, because he's got me trained to give him something. So.
Oh, okay. Oh wait. Right. So he was trying to serve himself in the end, because if you eat dinner, he gets something.
Yeah. Yeah, he always gets something. It's bad. I should do it, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. They're my dogs. I love them. Right. Let's see here. So yeah, Halloween's a bit of a wash this year. You know, I don't even really know
how you say that. Like everything else has been fun.
Like, yeah, but otherwise things have been great. You know,
who cares about the rest of the year? No, we're just in the last quarter. I'm looking at 2021, man. If this was bad, I'm waiting for what happens next.
Yeah,
I'm really wanting it, but it is kind of what it is at this point.
Oh yeah, the pets do love to live with their humans, sleep with the humans.
I think they try to suffocate the
humans. That's a cat thing, and you have a cat, so I can.
Up earlier, Aria, she'll lay right next to you. She likes to claw and paw us when we don't give her attention, and she has these little claws that she loves to dig into my knee. She's like, "Hey, human," or she still thinks she's a kitten sometimes. She'll like climb up my leg with those claws, and she's 6 pounds. That's a lot of hay.
6 pounds?
That hurt. We got 2 minutes.
2 more minutes.
Ready to launch.
Oh, glasses.
Help through the
All right.
This is so exciting. 2 more minutes.
Yes, it is. We are almost there. Almost.
Oh, this is nervous.
When we got Kickstarters that you can enjoy every day.
All right, guys, get ready to place your bids.
That's right. Let's take a look and see.
Get ready to place your bids.
We've got
live in 2 minutes.
Kickstarter.
1 minute. 1 minute and counting.
1 minute and counting, folks. Get your credit cards ready. Place your bids. Support indie. Support Spectress and Sabanion.
Support your indie creators. They need your help. And honestly, with the work you guys have done, I mean, I'm just blown away. I could not ask for anything more. It's been wonderful. So, there we go.
Like, I gotta leave you guys. I would assume that you can't multitask, meaning you got to go and buy this, pledges. That's what I'm hoping.
James is a good guy. I know we'll see him again. So, all right, T minus 5,
oh my God.
4, 3, 2, 1, and we are off.
Congratulations to the launch.
We are off. The project is live.
You, Kurt.
All
and
right.
everyone else here. Let's get this party started. All right, guys, start putting in your bids.
It's time to make it happen. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wait, let me throw a link up there. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, can you put the link in your
in
your feed, Kurt?
I have to share
I will share this.
Yeah, put it down.
process this.
And there it goes. There's the link. I'll throw up a couple other quick posts here. But let's tell you what. I'm going to play the video, and the Kickstarter video, and then I'm going to throw up some more good some Facebook posts here to get people going. Oh, we got our first backer already. Yeah.
Who's the first backer?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Rock and roll.
Let's listen. Watch the video. Wow.
Back again with issue number 2 of Supernatural. This issue is named First Kickstarter was a wonderful success, and back again with Kickstarter goals in front of the setting. Is the sound coming through?
Not really.
Oh, it's not.
But it looks cool. That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. People can see later on.
Still, it's a convention scene, and I want to get in touch with fans around the world for something gritty, supernatural, and different. For my second launch, I'm bringing you even more great art and great artists. Artist Chris Ehnot is back with a Sabanion-focused cover, and artist Mog Park is creating a tarot card-style cover. Blank sketch covers, remark covers, and lots of other original art will be available to give you that convention-style experience. So don't miss out. Kickstarter has just added a new feature to complement your reward selection. Backers are now able to add extra items when they pledge. Keep an eye open for metallic covers, mini prints, and Moon Crew pins when you check out. Thanks again for your support. We're 2 issues into the first story arc, and the action is picking up and the story's getting messy. I can't wait to get you this next chapter. Issue number 3 is also in the works, and it's going to be amazing. So please, take a look at the reward tiers available and select your pledge level. The Moon Crew is counting on you.
Woo!
Got a little glimpse of his weekend attire, his work attire, and his.
I know. I love his wardrobe change. He kept changing and changing. I freaking love it.
I don't know. You know, I
Dancing like a rock star.
I try to mix it up a little bit. I don't know how you make a video. Just do a few wardrobe.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So look at that. We got we're up to 2 backers now. Let's keep going here.
All right, guys, come on. This is your time to get in and get in on the action on this early story arc. Get in there and place your bids.
2 backers and looking good. We're at 2%. 2 backers. Okay, so this is the original cover A. That's by Topper Helmers. Again, that's based on we did a kind of search through some old X-Men comics, and in the old X-Men story, this was Juggernaut right here, and these were all the X-Men over here, ready to face him down and everything. So we've got free U.S. shipping. Obviously, the paper is top-notch stuff. We use the good stuff for the paper. I use Comic Impressions for the printer. Printer's really good. Oh, thank you, James. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you helping out and sticking with the story. It's awesome. Okay, take care, Robin. We'll see you. We'll see you. Both the issues are done, obviously, and we're basically trying to fund another print run with some cool new covers. There's me.
Third backer, by the way.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, we'll keep scrolling through here. There's me. Not that exciting, really. There's Topper. He's a guy. He's a local guy. I met him at a show a couple of years ago, and we just said, hey. He does actually theme park design and did comics back in the late 80s, early 90s. He's back into it now. Wesley Wong, he's also a local guy, really, really solid guy. His art is kind of got this clever mischief to it if you check out his stuff. Wes Loker, a great letterer. Also, he's written a few of his own books as well. Chris Ehnot, I don't know about this guy. He's terrible colorist. But he's been around. I guess he's done a couple other covers here and there, so you might have seen his stuff, I'm sure, somewhere in places here and there. And Mog Park, she's pretty cool.
Who is she, man? Whatever.
Look at that coy pose that she's all like, hey.
That's right.
Yeah. You should check it out.
That's not me. That's somebody else took a picture of me that way. So.
She's there. She's styling. She's looking good. This is a great review I got on Reading with a Flight Ring. And that's what I'm trying to do with the story is kind of write something that people haven't seen before. Hey, thanks, Magnus. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you backing me again, man. You're the best. Thank you, sir. And Phil. Okay. Hey, thanks. Thanks.
Yo,
Phil. Yeah, #1 backer. You rock, man. You rock. I was on his show too. It was a good time. Good podcast. And here, this kind of pains me to watch this. I had a great year last year of shows. I did just multiple shows, one after the other. Probably not as many as Chris or some of you other guys, but for me, it was a pretty busy schedule.
I can guarantee you, we all have probably done the same this year.
Yeah. Just a great time meeting people and having a table, And then there were these guys, the Jasons, that were at Days of the Dead. So that's a band there. They were a pretty good time too. So yeah, and he's got a little Jar Jar thing there too. I just noticed that. Okay, there's a cost breakdown. We've got some interior pages preview there, all with lettering and everything. Mm-hmm. And the rewards. We've got digital rewards, digital catch up for those people that maybe are it's their first look. Digital Book of the Dead is kind of a big digital package. I'm also working on another kind of side story called Chicago Overcoat Macabre. It's kind of a one shot with demons, vampires, lawyers, and gangsters. So. Nice. That's something that's been kind of tickling the back of my mind. And in this one, it's going to be a pride demon as opposed to a wrath demon.
Ooh.
It's
going to tie in.
What is that? Spoiler.
What's that?
No.
I might be hitting you guys up for some covers on that.
Oh, no, not again.
So we'll see. We'll see. And Chris, I'm not going to require you to color.
He has to color.
I will tell you, it sounds like David's going to be fine. So we'll.
All right. We are good to go then. Good to go.
Probably most likely. That was just a weird flip.
Okay, so here are the.
I don't know. We'll see. To be determined.
We'll figure it out. That's long term. That's way down the road. And thank you, Kitsune. And Eric, what's with the lawyers? Well, he's a local buddy of mine, and he is in fact a lawyer. So I might actually consult with him on some of the backhanded things that lawyers do. Well, we'll see.
Oh, okay. So he's the character. Eric were the inspiration to the Demon Pride. So
who knows? Who knows what might happen? Okay, so here we have the basic tiers for the cover A, cover B, and cover C. The original, the Chris Ehnot, and the Mog Park covers. Oh. We are certainly going to be offering virgin covers for these two kick-ass covers, so those will be available as well. And I've got a print edition catch-up for, again, those new people that are first seeing this and like to have the print in their hands. And this tier, the all covers tier, is basically issue 2, every cover there is, and of course all the digital rewards. And the Sabanion Companion is kind of the big catch-all for this launch, where you get basically every issue, every cover, all the digital rewards, and the Moon Crew pin. So it's both covers issue 1, all 3 covers issue 2, and one print edition of issue 0, the preview issue. And then, of course, all the digital rewards and the pin. The pin's really cool. It's the design is just something I've always really liked. The moon, the phases of the moon, and that's what the Moon Crew wears. The security team that patrols the dark hallways of Confec 4 on nights of the full moon. So that's always been really cool.
Wow, and that's all that for $45. That's really good price.
Not just
that's everything.
Just to let you know, you're 1/10 already funded.
Whoa, really?
Nice.
Oh, let's refresh this.
So there you go.
Wow, look at that.
Yay!
Oh God! All right. Holy smoke!
Side window while I'm.
Okay, so Kurt, every time somebody grabs you have to take a shot.
All right.
Kurt, take a shot every time someone backs you.
Okay, all right. That shouldn't be a problem. I do have to keep speaking for a little while, though, so I can't.
Okay, one go.
I can't indulge too much. All right, so we've got the reward tiers, the Sabanion Companion, that's everything. And we have the remarked option for the artists that we have here. Chris or Mog, or both, I guess, if you want to get one of each, will draw an extra sketch on their kick-ass cover for you.
Yep.
And
remarks.
Remarks are fun. I mean, I when I sent them out, it was a little tough parting with those because they're fun and they look great. So.
You have 2 extra for me, so you can keep those.
That's I did get one. So again, try for that kind of that convention feel. That's kind of what we're shooting for.
Yeah. So Mog has never done a remark yet.
All right?
Okay.
All right, Mog. I'm going to tell you.
So whoever gets a remark from Mog first, it's going to be really special, and she'll probably put something on there to signify it, that it is her very, very first remark, right? She'll do that mark only one time, only just for that, just so that way you know that is the real one, and we'll post it on Mog's Facebook page, and give that recognition for the first person that gets that remark.
Do it numbered. I hand numbered every single one I did.
There you go. You can hand number.
Yeah, Chris numbered them last time. That was really cool.
If
there you go.
10 people end up getting remarks, then if there's 11, do it out of 11. So it's like 1 of 11, 2 of 11.
Okay.
There it is.
There you have it. Okay.
Cleared.
So let's see who gets that first remark from Mog.
All right. Yeah, that's that's first time ever here on Spectress and Sabanion launch number 2. So this is an example here. A shot of one of the ones that Chris did last time. Do I contact you as an add-on? Yeah, you can. We can talk add-ons too. We'll talk that a little bit at the end. And how do you buy it? You find the pledge level here in the right-hand column. So you would select remarked right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's there's only 60 together. I put down 30 each. So at the very most. So basically, you'll select this reward tier, the Spectress Sabanion #2 remarked, and then I will message you. I'll get in touch with you, and you let me know if you want A or B, the Mog Park or the Chris Ehnot cover remarked, and then we'll get that set up for you. So yeah, remarked covers, they were a lot of fun last time, and everyone who got one, I mean, I got a lot of great feedback on those. They were a lot of fun. And
well, I just spent $30, so there you go.
Oh, there we go. All right, you're rocking it. Chris is rocking it.
I just did an ad for you, so hopefully that'll help you.
You did a what?
I did a Facebook ad on my fan page to the entire group of people that are on my fan page, so all 3,000 of them.
I did. I tried the Facebook ads too. Well, I guess we'll see how they work out.
A month, or at least as this progresses. But this one's more of an intro, shows the artwork, and tells them to go to the link in the comments, and then I'll do another one later. But hopefully, that's one thing I didn't do the last campaign. So maybe that'll make a big difference now that there's people that are going to know what it's going on because it's a sponsored ad. So hopefully between us, we'll get you some more people.
All right. Take care, James. We'll see you. And thank you. Thank you so much, Terry, for pledging. I think you're going to like it. It's going to be great.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Yeah.
We also have.
I was asking about the add-ons. And Mog, I think she's referring to you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think Kurt already answered that.
Yeah, the add-ons. When you select a pledge level, then that's when the add-ons come up. When you go to checkout, you'll see the whole list of add-ons pop up, and there's a list of the add-ons on the bottom here as well. We're also offering sketch covers, which is new to this launch. Mog said she will draw a sketch on a blank sketch cover for you, which is awesome. And then that will also include another copy and the whole digital package. So we have up to 20 of those. Those are limited. But Mog's done some great stuff so far. So, look at that cover. So you can get a blank sketch cover as well. All right, and we have 9 drawings. These are from Topper Helmers. He's my interior artist, and he did a series of 9 drawings exclusively for the Kickstarter launches. And these are all of Anexi when she was alive in ancient Egyptian times, when she was Cleopatra's vizier and assassin, basically. So these are all 11 by 17 sketches, and these are all available as well. So,
thanks, Phil.
Take care, Phil. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate your time, man. Thanks for having me on your podcast again. Okay, and last but not least, we have the originals available here. The 2 we have originals for cover B of issue 1, which was on my last Kickstarter, and cover B of issue 2, which is the Sabanion focus cover, which we have, which is launching just today. And you can see both of those there. And of course, those also include the whole digital package and another copy, kind of a reader copy for okay, I need to update that. But and then the inks as well. Inks, the Chris Ehnot original inks for issue 1 and issue 2 are also available, and it comes with a whole digital package and stretch goals. And then moving on, and these are, I wanted to have, wish this could be a little bit bigger, but here are the breakdowns of the cover B and cover C. Again, that outstanding artwork by Mog and Chris. And
She hand painted.
What's that?
She hand painted hers. She didn't cop out.
So boom, those are all the reward tiers. And here are the add-ons. Basically, if you want to get an extra issue, an extra copy, here's for that version 1 that I had talked about earlier that I did with Sajad and Irene many moons ago. The mini prints, we have the mini print pack, which is 4 mini prints. One of these is, 2 of these are by Topper Helmers, the interior artist. One is by Sajad Shaw. That's the, let me show you here.
For upping your pledge.
This one is Sajad Shaw. And this one is Jeff DeCall.
Oh.
Jeff's got a big,
Yeah, he did this one for me. This is this actually was my kind of my jump start to getting the to motivating myself into getting this done. He did this.
Nice.
I know. I like that.
C2E2 at me, and for me, and I picked it up at C2E2. It was thanks, Magnus. Hey, I'm gonna keep talking. Then I'm gonna just keep on.
that's
keep
the point.
on going. But yeah, so I got an 11 by 17 of this by Jeff, and it's kind of what I needed to, I don't know, kickstart my imagination. Sometimes it's a piece of art that really gets things going, you know. It really does for me anyway. And then we have this piece that Topper did, kind of a Spectress and Sabanion versus a Centurion there, and this one is the final page of issue. Too much glare there. Final page of issue number 1, which is kind of a cool hurricane page, and there's Spectress possessing one of the members of the Moon Crew. So that's the mini print pack. So you can get extra copies. Again, we talked a little bit about the Moon Crew pin, which is just kind of fun. These are high quality two pins in the back, and it's a cool pin. You're part of the Moon Crew if you wear that. So, and then you can also add if you want a blank sketch cover for maybe the next time you see one of your favorite artists at a show or whatever, you can order a blank sketch cover. They can put something on there for you. And I'm also going to get into metallic covers this time around. If you want to order a metallic cover, you can order that as an add-on, and I will message you to figure out which cover you want, which version, and we can even get issue number 1 metallic cover for you if that's what you want.
Wow.
And then if you want to throw in an extra remarked copy or a sketch cover, we've got those available as add-ons as well. So there's the breakdown of all the add-ons. And the Kickstarter campaign is going to end on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So it's all part of my evil plan. Hopefully to get those people out there shopping on Black Friday to keep backing. And once the Kickstarter ends, it takes a couple weeks for the funds to be received. Then I send that off to the publisher. So we're expecting a late January to early February deliver date for all the items. And thank you.
Awesome.
So there we go.
Yay.
It's amazing how you're able to process this faster, because there's like Kickstarters out now and they're not going to be putting their stuff out until like February or March, and you're doing yours about a month early. And you recently you really didn't end the first issue not that long ago. You're not waiting like a year. So, and that's a good thing. I think a lot of people don't understand how important it is to get your books out there at a time that people will remember what you did in the last issue. That's always been like a problem with the image books in the 90s when they had their run. So I'm glad to see that you're doing that on your set of books here. You're able to get them out in a more timely fashion. I think that's going to help you out a lot in the long run.
Thank you, An. Yeah, thanks, Mel. That's yeah. I don't want to leave myself too much breathing room. That's just the way I operate. I don't know why, but
that's good.
But yeah, I have issue number 3 is in the works already. At least actually, you know what? I can show you some art from that too if you want to see.
Fantastic.
Let's see here. But yeah, I like to. I want to maintain my momentum. I want to stick in people's minds, saying, "Oh, look, I just enjoyed the first issue. Now here comes issue number 2." You know, so I don't want to lose that momentum. Let's throw up a few pages of Topper's art here. So this is issue number 3. And this first page, there's just a lot of detail there.
Wow.
It almost is hard to make out this second panel, but the more you look at it, this is kind of the origin of the evil owl spirit, which you know, if you've read issue 1, you know what that is. Although you don't, you know, I left it very kind of ambiguous and mysterious. So we get it a little bit more into the origins of the evil owl spirit, and obviously it's pretty ancient. Here we have this is like a kind of a binding ceremony that goes on in you know, these are all like a Native American tribe here, and I love how he worked in even the moon crew symbol into the art there. So kind of binding the evil owl spirit. This is something that's been, you know, in America here, you know, long before the settlers even came. You know, something that the natives had to deal with themselves. And so this is kind of a binding ritual. And then we keep moving on here as time goes by. The place where the thing was bound eventually becomes Containment Facility 4 through the ages, through time. So there's a bit of history there behind the containment facility as well. And then we jump into the present, and this is Cheska, who is probably going to be Spectress's or Anexi's first human friend. But we have to see how that turns out as well. Spectress has asked her to help her move some things. We're going to be to help her move some things and help her drive this moving truck. You know, which strangely coincides with their escape from Containment Facility 4. So you know, who knows what could happen there. And here we see the continuing escape from the containment facility. And yeah, these are all by Topper. So he's been having a great time putting these together. So all right.
Cool.
Yes, thank you. And we are at
Wow, that's cool to see that you got that much already done for the 3rd issue.
I know.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I love how you just plan things.
Yeah, it's worked out. Well, you know what, with Kickstarter, everything takes several months, so you know, why not get the art online and get everything done as you know, as things progress. So we are at 8 backers right now and $370. That is awesome.
Actually, I think it's more than that.
Yeah, you may want to refresh. I think it's
refresh
higher.
it. Yeah.
No, we're still there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Back down.
Yeah. So we are, but still, we're tracking pretty well.
Woohoo.
Okay. All right. Do we want to, Mog? Do you want to have your time on the floor? You want to talk your cover?
Sure. Then we can also tease people with the add-ons, right?
Yeah, there you go.
What's that? Yeah, then we can talk. Your tarot cards, which are going to be awesome.
Just give me one moment. I gotta see how to
Okay.
do the thing. Okay. I added my screen, so when you're ready.
Okay. There we go.
All right. So I'm similar to Chris. I do preliminaries, and this is just the sketches. I mean, this is reference. So I collect reference and data to get an idea of the whole thing. And this is one of the language called the Runes of Chaos. So you're going to see some of the actual runes on the piece. That's why I'm showing you guys that. And then this piece here is the Egyptian hieroglyphs. And again, you're going to see some of this lettering in the piece. So that's why I have it up. And these are some of the references. This whole thing was just for the borders. So, I mean, the borders actually took longer, I think, than drawing the actual figures.
I noticed, yeah, you put quite a bit of detail and work into that, yeah.
I didn't expect it to be so bloody long, but it took long. And then,
I'm not complaining.
Okay, and then this is just for the main character NXT. I researched all the jewelry's like historical accuracy and stuff, the antique Egyptian jewelry and everything, even the wigs they wore, and so all of this I implemented in part of her outfit. So you're gonna see elements of that as well echoing. And then this is the actual thumbnails that I gave Kurt. So I only gave him 4. I learned long from my experience, like it's best to kind of keep it not many options as possible because it confuses. Okay, so here it is. And then out of all of this, he chose this one, which actually I like this the best. I'm glad he chose this. I was hoping that he would choose that, and he chose that one.
It worked out.
Yeah, and then that's the one with the title to show, and then from that thumbnail I blew it up, and then I did a rough drawing, which is like a letter size. And then for me, so I remember what the heck everything meant, I would write little notes on the side. And then from here, that's the cleaned up 11 by 17 piece of work. So it's twice the size of that. So basically, I get all the information in, everything's all drawn out. And then this 11 by 17, from this 11 by 17, I transferred it to almost like a 20-inch, 14 by 20, 16 by 20, I would say 14 by 20 size. So that's the one I transferred. I painstakingly had to draw every single one because I couldn't find a printer that would print on this paper. So I had to redraw this whole thing. And then from then on, I started coloring. As you can see, I would color the Sabanion first. And then from Sabanion, I would add the girl. And I really didn't like the face. But at this point, I have to keep moving on. So you're gonna see like plastic surgery on her later on. So, and then I added the background because without the background, I can't get a sense of feel of the values and everything. So I pretty much lay out all the values and color. And then from then on, I started working on the painstaking detail of the borders. And I think that's when Kurt and you, Chris, you guys like saw the process. And then that's the one like here. So I pretty much finally did all the freaking borders. And then I went back in and started working on her again. So as you can see, her face changes, thankfully. She's much better looking now. And then I would add more, punch in the colors and add more details. And then that's the final cover. So it's more worked in, like, you add more shadows or you bring out something more in the light. So that's the process. Now, the meaning behind everything is, let's start from here. So first of all, this is basically in the major arcana, it's number 8 in the tarot card series. And number 8 is the strength card. And so surprisingly, when I was studying about the strength, it actually dealt a lot with duality. Like basically the whole story about being strong is not using really force, but harnessing the force with like the other side of force. I don't know, control or gentle approach, whatever. So there's a balance of like fragility and the super strength. And by being in balance with both elements, that's true strength. So that's what the thing meant. And luckily, Kurt actually has exactly Spectress and Sabanion, which is very both opposing forces. And it was like a perfect match for the card. And as I was researching about Egyptian mythology, Egyptian culture, they use a lot of blue, red, gold, and black. And also like white, they use a lot of that. And if you look at these circles here, inside circle, okay, maybe this is much closer. So right here, they use also the typical flowers they use a lot was, of course, a lotus, and they particularly liked the blue lotus, and then also the white lotus. And then in the Egypt, the common flowers were actually something called cornflower. It's not related to corn at all. It's just a flower that literally is called cornflower, and they're blue. They're very pretty. So these are actually the flowers that are indigenous to Egypt. So I put these cornflowers in, and all these lotus. That's like white lotus. That's the blue lotus. And then these markings here, these zigzag actually represents the Nile. So that's how they kind of represented the waves, I guess.
It's a crooked Nile.
It's a crooked Nile. But anyway, and then the meaning behind these heron, if you look at it, again, it's opposing factions, right? Symbolism right here, think about this. This is flying, it's in control of the air. And then this is on the ground, underground, right? So there you've got kind of the one above and then the one below. And part of the strength is, in a way, you have to be in control of all the elements, right? And you have to be in balance. That's why you have this bird and then there's a snake. And both of them, if you think about it, are kind of predators. They both catch something to survive. And then these are the dragonflies I put in. I just like dragonflies. And then these are the columns that I actually saw. And then I added that on to show more of that Egyptian quality, right? And there's a little sneak. If you really look closer, right here, there's this dragonfly trapped in an amber, right? And on the opposing side is a scorpion. So again, there's duality. There's one on the ground, and then there's one on the sky. But also this kind of denotes, like, it has a more nobler meaning. A dragonfly and a scorpion actually has that kind of a bad connotation to it. So this could symbolize Sabanion, and this dragonfly could symbolize Spectress. So there you have it. There's like the opposing characters. And then, like this one, I added the frog to let, and also it kind of guides the eye going down. So that's just a compositional choice I made. And then again, this is kind of like a lotus that's kind of pinkish. So now, if you guys remember the runes that I actually had, this actually spells out Sabanion here, the runes of chaos. And then right here is actually says prince, because he said wrath, right? So
Yes.
over here, it kind of starts to show the lettering called wrath. So wrath, prince, and Sabanion, you know? So I actually designed this demon because when I didn't even know what this demon was really about, because, you know, I only have issue number 1. And as a writer, you don't want to tell everything, right? But once I finally got the character description from Kurt, it was basically, you know, like he said, he's going to be a representation of wrath, which is one of the the 7 deadly sins. So he's a very powerful guy. So I kind of had that idea that it would be really interesting to show kind of a crown feeling that symbolizes power. You know, it's always nice to say, hey, I'm a prince, so here's my crown. So this is my way of putting that crown there. And then if you look at the traditional strength card, the feature is basically a maiden, and then she's holding a lion, like just yeah, that's it. So I know in here you can't put a lion. So what I did was I at least added that element of lion here, and then there's lion schemes here, and then there's a lioness to kind of go back to the tarot card thing. And also I really like the jewelries are nice. They're very decorative and nice, but I really like the drawings. Like when I remember watching the movie Mummy, the whole series, there was one scene where when they go in the past, they were painting the girls like with like gold and stuff. And I like that idea that it's kind of like a tattoo drawing or painting, and that's part of a decoration that they can use. So if you look closely here, there actually is the moon phases. So there's the dead moon, the crescent, half, and then 3/4, and there's full moon. So it continues on like that. And then Egyptian, again, the lotus theme is very prevalent. And then this is a Nile. So that's that. And then this one is, this is something called, gosh, what is it? It's like it's something called the Urias. I can't pronounce for the life of me, but it's basically one of the common symbolism that's being used. And I think it means, if I kind of remember it, it's like a cobra. Hold on, I have the note somewhere here. Just give me one. Okay, here it is. So it's basically a Greek word.
Uraeus is what it's called.
Yeah. No, not quite. It's
okay.
Urias, and it's a symbol associated with gods and goddesses. And it's basically the rearing cobra right here. It's basic symbols of ancient Egypt, and it's associated with royalty. So I added that in. And then this scene here is actually these two opposing lions that's facing here and there, and then this is actually a sun. But she's actually associated with death, because somehow if you read number 1, somehow they're tied in together because of Anubis, these two characters. So there's actually death there. There's a lot of, she's basically dead. She's not really quite alive. So I put the skull in there. So that's part of the motif. And then this bracelet here, it kind of has that tree of life symbol, that I put in there. And let's see. And also because she is kind of actually a magician, a sorcerer, and it harkens back to, if you look at the tarot card of the magician actually yields a wand that is double tipped, and which means it's above and below. So I actually converted that, because she's a warrior, into 2 daggers, kind of like a wand that's kind of has a tipped dagger, so you can kill something. But if you notice, this is black and this is crystal white. So again, she's yielding like duality right there. So that's the symbol there. And also, if you ever, guys, please read it. Please get the book. So she has a lot of a blue aura, because she's a spectre, she's a ghost. So if you look carefully, there's like a glow around her. And this guy is fire and magma and obsidian and his blades, and he's very cutting and edging and very destructive. But the point of contact right here when they touch, there really isn't much lava or anything going on. And if you look even closer for the color, there's blue. So she's influencing him in some way. So right here is solidifying right there. And then the rest, when he's apart from her, he can do whatever he wants. He's very, he's crazy chaotic that way. And and then of course there's an infinity symbol here. I don't know why the strength card has it, but I forgot the reason why, but I had to put that in. So the infinity symbol I added by having a snake eating itself right there. So I thought that was really fun to do. And then they're both chained together with some kind of like a vine, because traditionally in the card, she's basically, trapping him in a vine. But actually at this moment in the story, the relationship between the two is very precarious, and they actually hate each other, and she can't control him at all. So it's a very precarious vine, but it is twining a little bit around each other, both of them. So you can see the glowing vine, which is basically thorns. And then there's a little rose right there, which again is in part of the thing. I remember I was telling Kurt I'm gonna have roses everywhere, and he's like, "Oh, it's a bit too romantic, so I just only did."
Yeah, I was a little worried about that, but it's okay. I mean, I got your explanation, and it made sense. So
yeah.
I do see you remove most of them for the cover. So, but that's, I'm still cool with it.
Okay, thank you for being cool about that. And
oh, yeah.
I always liked how the fact that the characters are almost coming out of the cover, coming into real life, that kind of effect, right? So what I did was he's actually coming out of the border. So his fingers are actually reaching out and sticking out of the border. And one cool thing was these vines are also coming from outside to the inside of this piece. And if you notice, it's like living in green, but as it goes into this mystical, the story world, it's becoming something else, like a symbol of something like a chain or glowing. So there's a change on here, and then there's a little bit of metamorphosis phases going on. So I just thought that was cool, so I added that in. So there you go. Thank you for listening to me raving about this.
Well, hey, no, that's awesome. That's a lot of detail and meaning behind it. So hey, that's really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you. And then now to the add-ons. Don't worry, the add-on is not going to take that long. So let me cut out from here, and then I'm going to go to another screen.
You didn't have, like all these people are just now seeing it, and you know what? It's a lot to take in, and like people are just not able to see everything from afar. Sorry, I keep looking down at the thing, but I think that you're, going over with this stuff. I think in general, I would tell people, and kind of later on when after this is over, I think you can share the feed from StreamYard after, right? Like just like Facebook Play, or does that not?
You're a little broken up, Chris. But yeah, we can share the.
Yeah, because like
there we go.
I think it'd be important for you to show people and talk about that, because like.
Yeah, we'll have a page and it'll document it all again.
Say what?
I'll write it down like an essay.
Well, yeah, no, people could still watch this. I think I can upload this to my YouTube as well.
But I think what you did, I mean, personally, I would have never, like, looking at it, I knew it had symbols, though I would assume that you would make those symbols actual words, than just using the symbols. So I'm glad that you went through that detail, because I'm a history buff, and I will say I like that kind of stuff to authenticity, and I think that is something that you should be very proud of. You sound very proud about it, because it's a lot to do, but it's also something that makes it look more real. There's more to it than just the cover. And if anyone like Kurt, who gets into talk with people that are probably at the shows when they come back, they're gonna have these historical, anthropologists, people like that. They'll come and be interested in, like, oh, here's a comic, and then they'll look at it. Those people are the kind of people that respect that stuff. And in general, most of the people that are going to buy the cover, they like it because it looks really cool. And I think that little nod that spent all that time, even though they'll see it, so small, they'll see the bigger scope stuff, but they can read like part of the wrap, or I mean, that kind of stuff I thought was pretty cool when I looked over everything, because I can zoom in, but most of the people won't. And the only way to really, I don't know, Kurt, do a tapestry.
Well, thanks, man. I wish I could have that
in general. I mean, I don't know how many people out there will buy poster size prints of that, but if anything, after the campaign, maybe on the website offer it up to do a canvas print of it.
Yeah, I do have some 11 by 17 posters that I do right now, but I hadn't thought about canvas prints. Yeah,
those would look really well. I know plenty of people. I do canvas prints sometimes, so I will.
Okay.
The piece will look really good on a canvas print, even if it's just like to take photos and show it off in your booth. Hers will look really well in that natural environment on a canvas.
Okay, I will have to get with you offline on how you put that together then.
It's really
cool. You're right, Chris. It does look much better like the bigger for some reason, because this one is the original, which is like 11 by 17, right? But to put it into perspective, how big the piece is, it's actually this big. Oh, can you help me, Look? It's so heavy. All right. So this is the actual piece.
Yeah.
Right? And then this is small. You see how small it is?
Yeah.
This is 11 by 17. So
I think
I was working.
If anything, they're gonna like, especially because that is not available. I think.
I'm sorry?
I said because if you wanted to sell that for her as the best way possible is a canvas size print. I think so, and they are not as expensive if you do it the right way, and you can do like a limited 10 to 15, and you don't have to do a lot, but it would be easy for you to print something for that, and then do as a limited run if they really want that, and make it an exclusive of that's the only way you can get it. You can't get it any other way.
Wow.
That way it would be more. But I just looking at her piece up close, it was the first thing that popped in my head. I'd be like, I would buy it as a canvas print, or I would have it made as a canvas print.
Cool, man.
It's really neat. It's something that anyone who looks at it historically recognizes that there's a lot of symbolism in it, but also it's accurate. It's very accurate. So it's created in a world of this environment, but it's accurate to, if it's a movie prop, you're doing it in the movie prop aspect of, in this world, this piece exists. That's what it would look like. So yeah, I think that I enjoyed looking at it. I'm glad you were able to share it and zoom in to people online, because if anything, after this video, sharing this video and saying at this minute marker, check out the details I highlighted, that would be a really cool way of telling people, kind of get an idea what you're getting. So yeah, I mean, I wish cons were going on right now, just because that's a piece that you could show people who come up to a table and be like, hold on, let me roll this out for you. And that kind of thing at a table, you can sit there, they can feel it, they can see really close. I think hers is really really good in general, but I think for anyone who's watching this or will watch this later, I think that definitely take a look at her piece if you get a chance. Pretty close.
Cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna be bombarded by a baby and a wife.
Well, and thank you, Terry. It looks like Terry wants to be your first remark. Oh, there they are. Look at that.
Wow.
That's
Right.
Lucas. He's the big
Which
fat.
one is this, Lucas or Tiberius?
That's Lucas.
That's Lucas. Okay.
If we had both of them, he pooped. Okay.
Hello, Lucas.
Yay!
Welcome.
And tonight,
We are happy about it.
special. We're gonna work this out for you. You know, how many other people could say that? You know.
Yeah. Third baby. Two. Apparently.
Huh?
Fur baby.
Oh, baby.
There's a lot of babies in that house.
Got two fur babies and two babies. A 14-year-old, and sometimes I act like one. So.
It's a lot of babies and only one daddy.
A lot of babies and only one daddy, man. You're so lucky.
All right.
So
Right. That's what Mog's going to talk about the tarot cards.
the
over
tarot
there.
cards now, the add-ons. So guys,
Let's do that quick.
So
here it is, guys.
We're at
If you-
23% funding already. So
Yay! So guys,
yeah,
if you
not
are
even an hour in. We're almost a quarter of the way there.
okay, guys. So here I have something really special created for you guys. Okay, and this is it's gonna only happen as an add-on later on. So you have to support the more successful Spectress and Sabanion campaign.
Oh, no, it went up.
Then
Now it's 39. So yeah, he's like a fourth wheeler.
Keep going, Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So let me share the screen for the review of the card. So the
Go
first
for it.
card can you guys see it?
Oh.
Hello?
It should be up.
You can
Yeah,
see an image.
you see it?
An image of collage of reference.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the first one was Kurt said, a Knight of Swords. Sorensen is the Grease Guard silent professional that leads the moon crew of Confact 4. And then I put all the information of what the card in the Knight of Swords is, like, and then from here on, like I would compile references and images that I thought would be cool to put in. But you're gonna notice that sometimes, despite all these references I study, I can't put everything in. So this became right here. So that's the Knight of Sorensen. So he is the silent guy.
The silent professional.
Yeah, but I had to put him as a weapon because if you don't, I mean, he's a knight, but you got to put a weapon to this guy, right? So the best thing I can do was I searched a rifle. I don't know what this model was, but I found this. I thought it was pretty badass. So I had him, carry that. I mean, I guess, what do you call it?
It
Hold
looks like
it.
it.
Hold it.
AR-15 rifle.
MR2, SR2. Anyways.
So, and then I put in the Moon Crew, his logo here, because I know Kurt wanted it here, but I thought it'd be better if I put it right here to make it more of a larger statement. So, I mean, according to the thing in the symbolism, there's a birds, like a little birds, blackbirds. So and also it actually reflects in the saddle here. Like the unfortunate thing I couldn't put was this horse because it's such a small, this whole piece are small. They're all small and I couldn't put everything in. And I wanted to focus on the character. So unlike the tarot cover I did, this is more leaning towards the story, the actual story of the cover. So if you guys, for the add-ons, if you like this character, who is the main character, he's a really sexy, silent type guy that a lot of ladies are attracted to. So this is it. And he's got the scar going on. And I modeled him after this movie I watched, which is called The Siege of Jadotville. And actually based on a true story where this bunch of Irishmen survived the attack in the Congo. And the leader there, the one who played the leader in that movie, was so like silent, just very fast action, very just reliable. And I liked his image so much. So I took him as a model and I kind of drew around that, so something like that. And turns out the actor was the guy who played 50 Shades of Grey, which I did not know.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was that guy, but I thought, but you know, I just looked at the movie unbiased, and it was really cool. And I highly actually recommend that movie. So here it is. And then the next one is the High Priestess. Bathsheba is the most unrelenting and driven member of the Exorcist of Contact 4. So this again is the card, the original card design is like that. And then they have pomegranates, there's palm tree leaves, and that's the lady there. So I would put these images together, and then I created this right here. Now, what I like about this one is she is, I like how she's very dark skinned, and I don't really get to paint a lot of dark skinned lady. And when I want it dark, I want it like those ebony dark, just really dark, ebony dark. So I was happy that I finally got to render her that way. And as a High Priestess, this is actually called the Divine Law, the Scroll of Divine Law. So that really fits her character because she's very strict about the rules, driven, mission orientated, you know, just like the holy maiden in a crusade. And to be honest with you, I relate to this character a lot. I mean, she's not one of my favorite characters, but I really like her. And they actually wear, in the original card, they wear these crowns, which is like a circle and a side, but I had it floating like a halo around her, and I thought that's more effective that way. And she has this holy spear that she carries, and it glows faintly blue. And then you're going to see that pomegranate, and then this is the Tree of Life. So if you ever study the High Priestess tarot card, I mean, these meanings are going to mean something to you, but I'm not going to get into that. And then you're going to see the palm trees right here, so framing the character. So there's the second card, which is the High Priestess. And then, and of course, all of this will be added on. My favorite character, of course, Sabanion, and Kurt chose this as Death, and he's looking wicked and smiling, his evil smile. There's smoke, fire, destruction around him, and he's enjoying it. You know, it's a typical force of destruction. It's a force of nature, right? So these are things that I kind of compiled together, and I made this. And the thing is, he's basically very ragey. And I thought it'll be more, you know, when you feel that kind of rage or that wrath, you know, it's so much better if the mouth is gaping open and you can hear like they're roaring or something. I mean, that's more destructive. And I really like pose in here. And again, this is his symbol right here. And here, I think I specifically put wrath. This is literally W-R-A-T-H right there, wrath. So, and then he has his scythe, and these are the people, the soul collecting scythe. There's a stick figure. It actually has a nice imagery, I think, the engraving. And then this is basically, you know, him destroying everything. And there is your death card. So that's one. And the next one is the Empress, which is basically next to the main character, Spectress. So she's beautiful, holding a sword and wielding magic, maybe holding an ankh in the other hand, something like that. So this one I didn't have much to do because I already have a huge, you know, reference picture, so I didn't really put much together. And I created this. So you know, this is her, what do you call this, Egyptian sword. Again, the duality going on. She's in control of the dark and the light, and this is the ankh, and this is her jewelry. And then this is the blue lotus, and then the stars crowning her. So that's the Empress. There you go. And then the last one, I think, is, oh, the lovers. So the lovers, I'm not really into the, I never really draw lovey-dovey things because maybe I'm not really too into that. So for me, I had to ask myself, what is the definition of love that, you know, that these characters have? And what is the best kind of love that this guy would have? Because he suffers from PTSD, the main character, Soren. So I thought, I looked up some of the statues in the churches where, you know, it's more like, I think for him, it would be best if he is matched up with something like a salvation, someone who's trying to help him or heal him, make him forget. So I chose this pose, and it's kind of a tragic love if you think about it, because she's a spirit and he's alive. So what can they do, right? So I put this here. So she's still in the ghost form, and then he's like there, but you know how this is a scarred part of him, right? So I think sometimes the best kind of love, in a way, I think for him, is someone that will help him forget. Because trauma, man, I mean, why would you remember that, right? So that's why she's covering his eyes. It's kind of like saying, I'll help you forget. And at the same time, she's embracing him kind of like a divine love in a way, right? I mean, I'm going to protect you. It's okay. But he doesn't know it yet. And then there's always this sense of yearning between the two because they can't really meet. So this piece, I thought, really described their position or relationship in the story at that point pretty well. And this was kind of cool. And then again, you see the Moon Crew here. So there you go. And these are all the add-on tarot cards. Thank you, guys.
Looking good. Looking good. There's a lot of meaning behind those. And I'm excited to offer those. They'll probably be offered in the next probably week to 10 days, I'm guessing. Yeah, thanks, Terry. They're gorgeous. I'm going to look into getting those both metallic and as like a laminated card, probably. I think it would work. Those would work well in both formats. So wow. Let's see, where are we at here? We're still sitting at 23%, but still we're only an hour in. So about 25 quarter funded. An hour in.
Comparison to last time.
That works. Pardon me?
How was that in comparison to last time? How are you doing comparing to last time?
That's a good question. Let me see here.
You should be able to do that. Check. I see usually other people say.
Yeah, let's look at the dashboard. Well, last time I did launch at like 10 a.m. in the morning as opposed to the evening.
Okay, well, that was the difference, yeah.
6-2. So I'm actually already past. Last time, the first day I raised $492. So I'm up above with 690 some. I'm above that already.
Once your ads and everything throughout, like once people start seeing it, 'cause I know, like after we get out of here, because tonight my Artist Alley live is there. Not that I'll probably be on it. Trying to bait. I'll probably swing in there real quick, tell people to get out of it, go pledge, and then basically call it a night. I got so sorry. There's a cat in front of me. She's climbing on the table and went across everything, so I couldn't see you guys, but I could see you. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think the in-person day, and then you're going to be able to promote that all throughout the month. So that'll be a good thing.
Well, hey, I appreciate not only your art but your support on this project. So this has been great. Thank you guys for coming on. But yeah, we're looking good compared to my last one. I'm already over $100 ahead in an hour than I was in a whole day on the last one. So I'm looking really good. I'm looking really good. Tomorrow will probably be a great day as well.
And you still got 30 days to go, or 29.
Oh yeah.
So
Black Friday.
You still got plenty of time with us, all three of us, pretty much promoting our side of the campaign and telling everyone to feel it out.
There's a lot of things that's going to be happening because I know that Kurt has got 2 interviews, one November 3rd and another one November 10th.
Yep.
And you also got Trip Week that you'll be in there, another shot then to promote it again as well. Mog will be on Trip Week as well. There's actually going to be a special on there for 101 Tales. So again, we'll be able to pump that out as well. I'll be at Trip Week as well. I'll be telling my own story using Mog's work. So I'll be pumping that out too. Cool. And definitely on one of the shows that Mog does for Artist Alley, we'll be doing a sketch card special all devoted to Spectress and Sabanion, right? So these people want to get Like these, we have metal sketch cards that she'll be able to draw on. If anybody wants that, we'll have like 4 slots open for that. $30 a shot, but you'll get a Spectress Sabanion thing, and that show will help to promote the Kickstarter as well.
Maybe we can include the 3 sketch cards. That has to be done anyway.
Oh, that's going to be different, but
okay.
Yeah, because we don't know what those guys want. But yeah, but this one will be dedicated strictly for Spectress and Sabanion, right? So if they want to get something on that, it's got to be from a character from Spectress and Sabanion, right? We'll have a list of characters that they can choose from if they're not familiar, and we can bring those characters up so they can take a look. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Let me get that one. So yeah, we'll be pushing out as much as we can on our end for that.
Fantastic! Wow, thank you so much. That's amazing.
I'm just sharing images, so I'm like, well, that's a lot more than I was. Oh, he's got a whole thing going. I'm like, oh, I gotta step this up. I'll be. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna be scheduling an event trying to with Comics Elite. There's Sean Adesco and his company. I've known them since they began. Actually, before he created the company, I'll be doing like an in-store event down in Indianapolis. We just got to figure out which weekend. Hopefully, in the next 2-3 weeks before all this ends, and I'll definitely be pushing this as one of the options to go on to with them. Considering they got like 20,000.
Okay, cool.
For someone to get on, at least someone's going to go and buy it. Like even though I'll be going in there with merchandise and everything, like comics, I'll be pushing that. I'll probably take my cover, make a 11x17 image of it, and I'll probably ask you for information, or like I'll probably type it in the image so that they can go and find it or take a picture if they're on the live feed or whatever. So that way they can link out or find it so they can go and see it from there. And when we're talking, just take a picture or zoom in on it, and then I'll be promoting it that way. That way they can see the cover in person when it's the live feed, and then but not like, man, you got an elaborate sit up going on there. I was just gonna try to promote it with whoever is out there. That's all I got. Yeah. I didn't think of all that, man. You got good thoughts going on.
Well, fantastic, though. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate your anything you can send my way.
Oh, no problem.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's only as successful as like the way I always do things is we as artists are only as successful as the publisher or the company that we work for succeeds.
Yep. Yeah. That's so true.
I see a lot of times on Kickstarters, the most successful Kickstarters, the artists are promoting it as well, and not necessarily just because they are a big name publisher or in the indie Kickstarter realm, but it's passion from the people who did the art as well. And I think their fan base see that as well, and they gravitate to those people and then follow where they're going, because they're not just like, oh, I did a project, and they don't put it up on their page. I'm very aware of like Mog. Anytime she does stuff, to put stuff on her page, promote it. I'm the same way, and I think that alone, I think people see that as a passionate piece rather than clearly, especially with her talking about the she was smiling the whole time. So, it's a good thing. And when we have people like that, I think it helps you out as well. And I think that'll help see, like Terry with all the comments in the private messages. Keep looking down to the private messages, because I do one big thing that I had 9 people ask already, and they haven't pledged yet. But I've gotten 9 messages, and one of them is the most common of the 9 messages. There's 4 of them that ask signing. Are we doing signing this time or not? Because they wanted to get, even though they can't do CGC, but they wanted the opportunity to have the artist sign it. And then we talked about it in the last campaign, but we didn't.
What I was thinking of doing was getting the book plates, and I send those, with areas for everyone to sign. I send them off to you, Chris. You sign them, and then we send them off to Mog. She signs them, and then I sign them, and they get included with every copy. That'll probably be a milestone bonus.
I forgot about that. You did talk about that, but that was something that we should have highlighted early in the evening.
Yeah, I'm going to post milestone bonuses. Will probably come up on Thursday.
Okay.
So relatively quickly, and yeah, definitely. I want everybody to have the opportunity to get a signature. There's no way, we can do this
without option. Obviously, I think the biggest situation one brought up. One of my fans asked me. She's used to going to conventions to get the signatures, and obviously, the biggest question that you asked here in the same day that how can we handle CGC or in a way. My only thought is as long as they don't care about the CGC and if they want to sign, I'm always signing stuff at shows, but we don't have that option right now. And I think that's a good solution, or we can come up with another throughout the campaign. Like it was like when I did the remarks, the only other way we would have been able to do it is if you want it signed. What other campaigns do is at the end when they collect the money and they let people know about their pledges and stuff, they send out, they call it backer kits. It's basically a little survey at the end of, are you sure you're doing this? Do you want to add on? That's when you do the add-on. But one of the things I've noticed in a lot of campaigns, and it may be something that you have to talk to Kickstarter, or it's an option in there, but because it's not until the end, the option is usually when they go and do the survey, you say, okay, yes, I do want that. And now you are adding on, that at that moment. My guess is, and I would hope that Kickstarter is offering this for the first time with their add-on, is that there's a survey section that you can say, and you can customize it where you can say signed or unsigned. And that would give you the ability to go and say, okay, well, I sold 30 comics that wanted to be signed, and you can easily send that to that particular artist because you're already going to house it first, so you're going to have the ability to sign all your work anyways. And then, just like the remarks we did, those people got my artwork and my signature because I signed those 9 illustrations.
Right.
So I think that's an option that we could not worry about other than at the end now that they've added the add-on thing. Normally that's always done at the end of the campaign. We just never talked about it until the campaign was already over and we didn't really think about it.
That's definitely something I can put in the reward survey that goes out.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. I'll there'll be a checkbox.
Because I think I'm sure Mog will be more than happy to sign. I'm not putting you on the spot, hopefully, but I think we as artists do miss the interaction with people.
Yeah.
And I think
we do that now, and Mog had actually talked to you about that, Chris, a while back on how to handle that. So if people want like Mog's signatures, outside of this, we just tell them to send the books over. As long as they pay for shipping, the signature is free.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing with CGC. What we charge, we don't really make anything. We barely make anything on it at all. The fee is kind of up there, but it's to handle all the shipping that goes on back and forth between the customer, us, and CGC. That's like 6 times shipping right there alone. And we're making scratch off that. We could probably buy a cup of coffee with what's left over from McDonald's, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think, and I just joined the CGC as an artist account, but I've been kind of like trying to get that information finalized with them. Looked into it yet, and I have a lot of people asking me about that stuff. And one particular person who isn't in the group right now, she's coming home from work, but she messaged me, and you'll get to know this person quite well, Kurt. Michelle Blush.
Yeah, Michelle Blush.
And she is specifically trying to ask me what is all available and how to do it, like signature, no signature, and all that stuff, because she was going to ship that stuff specifically just to me after she received it, and I don't know if that was really necessary. If we could do this in a group sum, you know, send the remarks, send the signatures, and then you just knock it out and then ship them back. They get them as is.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
definitely the remarks and the blank and the sketch covers will definitely have your signatures on them. But we can make some arrangements for either book plates or signatures at the end.
And you and I can work out. And you're in Schaumburg, not to try to tell everyone, but you're in Illinois.
Yeah. And the mail, like you said earlier, the mail is just not as reliable as it used to be, you know.
So the question will be, we'll figure it out, and if it has to be where I make a trip that way, we can make a trip that way. It'll probably end up cheap, and then we can ship it back and forth. But in my particular case, it just may be where I can. That way, we can guarantee they're all delivered to you. Yeah, because we had an accident, unfortunately. The stuff that he shipped me was looked like the box got kicked off the cabinet.
It's just so bad, you
know. But it's just some of them got like corner smashes, and it's nothing, you know.
I'll get those. I'll get those replaced. I'll get those replaced for you.
Those are things that we are learning, especially when you're dealing with a Kickstarter like this. Fortunately, when you send one out, that's one thing. But when you're sending bulk out, we'll figure it out. Not a big deal. And I think, especially with Mom being where she is, I think we can pack it in a way, and if we meet together, I can show you a very good way of packing it that would cost you basically what you already paid or less, but in an efficient way that she can just repack it in the same box and then ship it exactly back the way it needs.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure it. Wrong mouth.
All right. Wow. I think we've had a great launch. I really appreciate your time and your efforts on this. We are looking good. We're still.
We'll help you out throughout the month, and we'll keep you up to date. And everyone who's on or will watch this later, I definitely appreciate you guys' support. Kurt, thank you for this opportunity to make me draw something that I'm not familiar with or out of my comfort level, so to speak. Making me paint, really, because deadline was in and I had no other choice at this point. Put it this way, this is like one, and this is how I'm going to promote it throughout the month. This is one very clear. I'm going to be like, this is one of the only times you'll ever see me paint my own piece.
Well, that's right. This cover is all you.
Yeah.
It's all you.
On this piece this time. So even though it looks like all the other pieces that David and I work on together, but this is one thing I will be able to sell pretty well because it's very different than everyone else has got already before. Even if, because this goes towards all the other people that aren't always in cheesecake and good girl art and all that stuff. I know already I got over 100 comments and private messages in the last 24 hours just by promoting the image. So I'll be pushing those people individually in messages to say, hey, there's Kickstarter related to that. So, those people are pretty excited with what happened, especially as a piece for me. I'm not used to what happened. Any part? Yeah. Oh man, that stuff. God, why'd you do this at my office? Our kid, I swear to God. Sorry. It's terrible.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You've been talking.
All right, you look a little tired there, Chris. I think we're.
No, I'm just
All right.
Little raunchy fart is just ridiculous for my kid. Dude, this is so wrong. Anyways, I'm sorry. This is live. This is the way it is. The way it is.
All right. Well, hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again. I can't say enough about the work you two have done for me, and the help and the promotion you've helped me out with too. It's I guess I'm kind of in comics now. I'm almost there, but I'm still trying. It's still
you just came in at the wrong time.
Yeah, I know, but that's the story of my life,
But the good thing is look at it this way. Your first Kickstarter campaign was plus. You were in. You were out of the red, and this one you're going to be out of the red pretty easily, I think.
Yeah.
Not any problem. Plus the fact that you have anyone who didn't catch it first time now will be able to get it now on issue. And you're offering that other option with issue 0 of Spectress special. So your promotion and the opportunities of what people can purchase this time around is about 4 times as amount as what you had the first time. So I think that alone gives them variety. You want to show the page.
Cheers.
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 Congratulations.
Cheers.
That's what it is. All right, guys. I appreciate everything, and you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to have to help my wife for a bit. So.
All right. Take care.
All right. You guys take care of yourself.
You too, Mel. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Take care, guys.
See ya.
I can't figure it out. Oh, there it is. Take care, Kurt.
See ya, Chris.